Hi there! Welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma, and today we're meeting in the studio and we're going to pot up our dahlia seeds that we planted less than a month ago. So just about 3 weeks ago, we planted these up, and I'm so excited. Most of them have their first set of true leaves. I think I saw one or two. Yeah, there's a couple with like 2 sets of true leaves, which is really awesome. But I'm getting a little bit worried, even though these are fairly long, or like tall cells. This is only seed starting mix, and there's no soil in this, and there's no nutrition in it. And it's time to start fertilizing these guys, which I could do in the seed starting mix, but they've already gotten so tall. And then all the rest of them that are coming up, hopefully you can see, they're all still pretty short, and they're just little babies. So I want to get them up into some bigger cells with actual soil that will hold more moisture and allow them to grow into being a little bit more. I only have enough room where I grow my seeds for a couple of 6-packs and a few of like these little guys, 4-inchers. And so a couple of them might end up 2 to 1 container, just to save space until we can get them in the greenhouse. We are experiencing very cold temperatures, freezing cold temperatures, and I'd rather not put them out in the greenhouse, which is not heated at all, until we're a little bit further along in the spring. So that might mean that I have to bump them up more than once, but that's okay with me. I want to save them, right? So I'd rather do it this way. So what I'm going to do is just mix up some soil. I'm also going to reseed my feverfew, which I have one tiny seed coming up. And so I don't know if they take a long time to germinate. Or if they just weren't good seed. I don't know. They are a couple years old, so that's, probably part of it. So I just want to reseed those and see if I can get a couple more of the feverfew. But let's start with the dahlias. I'm just going to use regular potting mix. And you'll notice they came out in big clumps. It's a little bit frozen, not bad. It's cold. It's cold in here. I only have the heater on, just so it barely clicks on and off. And this room was originally a back porch that somebody enclosed at some point. And the windows that they installed are at least 40 years old. So it's not very efficient with heating unless it's on full blast, and I don't need that. I just need to keep the edge off so that my plants don't suffer tremendously. They'll be okay. We don't have extended periods of freezing cold weather, but it's been really cold today. So it's just like clumped together. It's not really frozen, and it comes apart pretty quickly. So I'm just gonna fill these 6-packs up. I'm not putting perlite or anything like that in them, because I want them to hold as much moisture as possible through this seedling stage. What I am doing, though, is I'm also not compacting the soil because they are still pretty young plants, and I want to make sure that their roots have an easy time growing. A iced teaspoon, which works great to divide these or to pull them out of their cells. So I want to sort of go through, and I'll put the smallest ones in the 6-packs and the bigger ones in these larger containers. So we're just going to carefully go to the edge of the cell pack. You can see a nice long root there. Just gonna scoot some soil to the side and set it right inside there. Just like that. Actually, let's make a couple of a lot easier to do if the wells are already made, so just make a few of these so that we can just pop them out and put them right in and hopefully not lose too much soil. All right. This one actually has 2 dahlias in it. Is that true? Yeah. So in this case, and I didn't water this morning because I knew I'd be doing this, I can separate them out and put them in 2 separate little cells. And I will put the stems just a little bit lower than they were in these containers, just to help the stem get really strong and thicken up. Nice, good root system on that one. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. See, now this root system was all the way through the bottom of this container already, so definitely time to get it in a bigger container. So, it's awesome. Wait, then I just want to make sure that the soil is all down around the roots, and we've got the first pack done. Okay. Look at that root system. That's awesome. Well, this is why I couldn't keep them wet enough, is because they've got these super extensive root systems already. What's really fun about the prospect of growing dahlias from seed is they are going to go from this to having tubers at the end of the season. So if at the end of the season I really love a specific dahlia, I can pull up the tuber and save this tuber, and it will come up true to flower form and color. But what is also kind of fun and a little bit out of my element is to have all of these seeds, and we have no idea what the dahlias are going to look like. We don't know what color they're going to be. We don't know, like, we know a little bit because they're, like, I guess their breeding isn't conducive to being, like, dinner plate dahlias, but they might have, like, really different, unique shapes to them that we're not expecting to see. So it's just really fun to kind of experience that, where normally I've only bought dahlia tubers. There's 2 in this one too. And like, I know exactly what I'm getting, which, you know, there's pros and cons to both, I guess. The element of surprise is a little less if you know exactly what you're getting. Okay. Really fun. All right, then the rest of these I'm going to try to put in these 4-inch containers and just separate them out a little bit. Maybe like 3 per container or so. Just until they get maybe 3 to 6 inches tall. Oops. All right, 3 more. This one has 3 in it. Okay, this one. All right, so for these 2, I'm just gonna put One in each. Okay. Whoa. This one has quite the root system on it. All right. Okay, then I'm gonna, I have a tray here that will put these all on and get them watered in. Right. So just put these, I'm just gonna put one label in it, and this tray will only be dahlias. And then with this, I just want to go ahead and water these guys and resow the feverfew. And I'll go ahead and water this whole tray. So all of these over on this side, these are Snapdragon Black and Snapdragon Tall mixed colors. They were heavily sown. There's multiple plants in each cell. And that is okay. Until they're a little bit bigger, I'm just going to leave them just the way they are. And wait to bump them up just because I don't have a lot of room underneath my grow lights. Alright, so then we have some seeds in here. And I like drop them all. Can't see. More. All right. All I'm gonna do with that. You will have noticed that we missed our Monday and Tuesday videos last week. It was my birthday, and then Spencer wasn't feeling great, so we just chilled all weekend. It was amazing. I turned my phone off. I didn't open up my laptop. It's just great. No electronics. We watched a movie. I read some books, like physical books. It was great. But we did end up skipping a couple of videos because of that. This week, you'll be seeing this on a Tuesday, which I normally do cemetery tours on Tuesdays. It's just been super cold to get out and do anything like that. And there's so many houseplant projects and seed projects that need to be taken care of this month that, you know, I'll be able to provide you with plenty of videos. It just might not be all cemetery related. So that's what's going on there. All right, so while I had an empty spot over here, I decided to fill it with a little bit of soil and take care of these windowsill containers. You can see these. I don't even remember what these are. Honeyworts got super, super long and leggy, and the other ones have all come up, but they are super hard to keep moist in these like cardboard container situations. So I'm going to pop them up into the plastic cells and in the grow lights. Yeah, because I just don't think they have the right kind of sun situation. Maybe next year if I try the windowsill, I'll put these grow lights on the windowsill so that they effectively act like a like the seed starting station does. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you an update on that and what those look like and how we're just putting them in the seed trays that we just emptied. And I'm just using potting soil mixed in with what was left of the seed starting mix to help retain a little bit of moisture, since all of these are little seedlings at this point. So you can see how super leggy they are. Woo! Which is crazy. I'm not sure what to do with those. But then I have all these other ones in here that can just get popped up in here like I did with these. So this was from the first windowsill thing that I had up on that shelf, and then this one is coming from this shelf. I think they'll be a lot happier in this kind of a situation. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Next year I'm definitely going to retrofit some plastic 6-packs to go in these, because I've had trouble keeping these alive. And I've saved as many of these little seedlings as I could. Let's see, there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 4 out of 40, I ended up saving 6, 12, 18 plants. No, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 25 plants, so about 50% of them. And the feverfew in that method did not come up either. So maybe it was just the packet's too old. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, you win some, you lose some. It's all good. This one, I decided I would try to bury the stem as much as possible, because you can see how leggy they have gotten. This is honeywort. I have grown this by seed just straight out in the garden, and it did great. I've grown them in winter sowing situations where they were in milk jugs. They did great. So I'm kind of thinking maybe they want to be a little bit cold as they germinate because they just shot up super fast. All stem, no true leaves. So anyway, these will go under the grow lights. I'll put the dahlias under the grow lights, and I'm not sure. This is too tall to go underneath the grow lights, so we might just keep trying it on the windowsill with a bigger container. Yeah. So that is my journey of seeds, seedlings, and all that good stuff. The dahlias were a huge success so far. The windowsill pots, not so great, but I caught them before I completely lost them, so I'm happy that we got that part of the project done. I might have to reseed a few of them. A lot of them will do great just directly out in the garden. I'm just trying to give them a little bit of a jump start, so I'm not overly concerned. Most of it is celosia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different varieties of celosia, and a Gumfrina and a Cresspedia. The Cresspedia just came up. They were looking really nice and strong, but I think they'll be better in this situation anyway. So, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you are celebrating your life, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.